Hello, hello. Welcome to another live session again on Facebook. I'm glad that you joining here. You're joining me here, and so I'd like to talk about something that's very important. First, I'd like to know how you're doing, how are things going, and this message is really the people I'm talking to mostly are busy Black women like you who carry multiple hats, and a lot of times it's because that's what you have to do. You may be a caregiver, stay-at-home mom, uh, working mom, busy professional, whatever you do, that makes life go around for the rest of us. You, the one I I am addressing, and you are the reason why I do this, and that gives me courage because if I see what you do every day, honestly, most of us men, I would not do one tenth of what you do. So I want to come here and encourage you and support you that you deserve all the care, love, and support that you give to us, you give to others. And sometimes it's unfortunate that you actually don't think that you deserve the same care and concern that you give to others. The goal is like for all of us, including you, to thrive and so you not to leave yourself last. So I want to salute you, encourage you, and support you with your resilience, with your strength and courage to keep going and to make sure that at least twice a day you take a breather to make sure that your frontal brain, the place where you make all the great decisions for the rest of us and you, so you won't be feeling overwhelmed and stressed out that can paralyze you and that can lead to other chronic health effects. So, saying that we know this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wanted to have this conversation about the stigma that is surrounding mental health. And honestly, the way I look at stigma is that we have taboo in our society, things that you don't want to talk about. And my own view is that a lot of times we keep them so we won't free each other, so we can keep each other in bondage. So the stigma about mental health, we need to help to create safe spaces. That it's the whole thing is that it's okay as a mother, as a Black woman, as a caregiver, it's okay for you to be feeling overwhelmed sometimes. Your feelings are valid. And guess what? What we know is that feeling overwhelmed, it's a physical thing in your brain. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's not your fault. It's not that you're not coping well with the environment. It's basically your brain's trying to keep you safe and protect you. That's what we have because we have changed the environment and now the brain's trying to adapt with it to the environment. And sometimes you blame yourself. You feel like you're doing something wrong because you cannot do hundred of the 2,000 things that you have to do during the day. I talk to people sometimes. I say, okay, how do you think one person can do all this? And you still think that, oh, I should have done it. But anyway, so I just want us to help create safe space. So it's okay to feel overwhelmed because those things are valid. Because by we creating safe space to admit that you can sometimes feel overwhelmed by the mental load you're carrying, then that way you can protect your mental wellness. You can protect your mental wellness, meaning that you can thrive, you can do all the great things that you're doing. But the goal is like for you not to leave yourself last, that you also can live the life that you desire. Oftentimes, mothers, women, even women who don't have children, they, I'm surprised sometimes sitting in my office talking to you guys, you don't even think that you can even pick up some of the stuff that you have thought about when you were a young person because you have basically been helping others and you're hoping somehow you can catch up and sometimes you give up. You don't even think that you can pick up some of the things that you dreamed of when you were a young person. So that's why I'll come and encourage you and to make sure that you prioritize your mental health, you take care of your mental health, and just be mindful that there's no stigma. After all, mental health doesn't fall on trees. It's a human thing. It's all of us. You're not alone. You're not alone in feeling overwhelmed sometimes. A lot of people feel overwhelmed and there's nothing to be ashamed about it. So I want also to encourage you, because those things are not easy, to mean that to undo and unlearn behaviors that we've had that have been ingrained for us in us in our brain for so long. Join me in my Facebook group, Rewriting Your Future with Dr. Kelly, where we can go at the root causes of things, because that's what I do. That's what I've helped women like you um, undo and unlearn, and they've been they've been living their best lives. It's not easy, but it can be done, because guess what? We know the science of it. My my thing is that I think we don't want to give it to the rest of you guys, to the rest of us. So we all, some people have an interest in us, not the rest of us, not being free, especially women, especially black women, who carry the load, whose society basically relies on. So I wanted to come here and encourage you. Make sure you prioritize your mental health. Just be mindful that this month is mental health awareness, to protect your mental wellness and your mental health, so it can thrive while the rest of us are thriving. With that, I want to leave you, and I'll see you next time. And please send me a suggestions, comments, whatever you want to comment on. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Join me in my Facebook group. Follow me on Instagram, and even follow me on TikTok. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Take care.